Hello friends, I'm back. It's a new year, which means opportunity, happiness and plants all over again on my allotment. And I've been clearing some space just here next to a spot which you may remember in March and November becomes host to a whole array of ink cap mushrooms. But also it gets taken over by these buttercup things. They're a certain type of buttercup, I can't remember the full name, but they're quite invasive and they spread around, and up until recently they were all over here as well. So I've just been clearing some space back to maybe expand some of the things that I grow in this patch rather than just let it grow wild. And there's my horseradish, which I cut out and propagated last year. Took a lot of the roots but kept some to plant back again for this year. I'm hoping it's going to turn out okay. No signs of life yet, but we'll see. And let's take a look at the whole plot now. Are you ready? Beautiful. What joys and wonders await us this year. I've been busy as well. This is the square bed that I tried and failed to do the Three Sisters gardening plan on last year. Three Sisters is squash, sweet corn and beans. Look it up, it's quite an interesting idea from the Native Americans originally. I have grown sweet corn in there, no I haven't, I've actually grown nothing in particular in that bed. So I've just put a load of cardboard down and some compost on the top just to mulch it down, stop the buttercup spreading and other things, and I think later in the year I'm going to use it just for beans. Here's my blackcurrant bush, the big daddy, and here are the babies that I took to cut last year. Cuttings in January, rooted straight into the soil. They did okay, a few leaves. In focus, we can see a bud just there, and that's what you do. You take cuttings in January and you root them straight into the soil and they become new plants. There's one I took a cutting from, you can see, last year. Spring is coming, of this we can be sure. And here are some more cuttings that I've taken. Those three there, 1, 2 and 3, those are blackcurrant, and these are, most of them, comfrey. Comfrey is an amazing plant and really easy to propagate, so you should get yourself some and plant it. Use the leaves to activate the compost, the flowers to attract bees, and take some more cuttings to pass on, or maybe even sell to people. And that brings me to really what I want to talk about. I've got a little project in mind, and how it works is I pay £40 to rent this plot for a year. This is my third, or will be my third full year, and I thought instead of spending any more money on it, you know, on seeds and pots and other bits and pieces that you need for gardening, I would try and turn it into a kind of self-sustaining system and sell on anything that I can, enough to make back over the course of the year 40 quid, which will then become my deposit for next year, or my fees for next year. And also, as part of that same idea, in that same spirit, I'm only going to use plants, seeds, cuttings, or other items that I already have or can acquire for free. And that led me to the idea that probably the most productive way to do that would be to turn the allotment into a herb, soft fruit and flower garden. So I've got quite a lot of herbs that are very easy to propagate. I started with those. There's some rosemary, and there's some thyme. Oh, these are purple sprouting broccoli that I grew, well, planted at the end of last year. So I'm hoping I get some veg off those, but they're not really the priority unless I can get any seeds from them, which I need to look into more. But really this whole bed here is going to be kind of a herb and flower bed now, I've decided. So there's some more thyme. That's golden-thyme, which is perennial. It's green all year round, and evergreen, is that what I mean? I don't know. What's the difference between perennial and evergreen? I'm not quite sure. I suppose some things that are perennial aren't evergreen. Yeah, anyway, these are the other types of thyme, the common thyme that die back in the winter, and I've taken some cuttings of those bushes that I've had in different spots at different times and put them all in the central bed here. That's going to be my thyme farm. Other things that are doing well, golden-marjoram, another one that stays green all year round. Chives, you can rely on chives coming back year after year. There's my big rosemary parent plant and some more cuttings that I've taken from it. There and there. Sage. Here I've got coriander seeds, and there's just, oh look at that, just one coming up today there. That might be another. I sowed those in January about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and that was the time of year that I sowed them last year, and they did really well. The thing with coriander is you really get two herbs from it: cilantro, the leaves, and the actual seeds that you can grind into the spice we know as coriander. And it's pretty prolific, it produces a lot of seeds, so that's another kind of self-sustaining little system I can go. Give coriander seeds away, or give little plants away, grow, and repeat. Garlic, that's another one. Love garlic. Take one clove, plant it in autumn. By summer you've got a whole bulb. And so there's this and a lot of other things that I'll go into more detail about this year, if you'd like to follow along, subscribe and all that jazz. But that's the basic idea. A self-sustaining allotment, financially and naturally, materially. Should be fun. A positive learning experience for us all. So that's it for now. Please like, please subscribe, share, etc., etc. Peace and love.